Good evening, groovy citizens, and happy Winning Wednesday. Y'all, let me tell you, this has been a day. Can I just tell you that it has been an extremely hot day? And as a matter of fact, right now,
phone book update failed.
Thank you. My dashboard says it is 92 degrees. Earlier today, when I looked at the dashboard, because I took mom to her doctor's appointment, it said 102 or 103, one of them. But when I tell you it's been hot, it has been hot. Okay, so please, 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 you guys, make sure that you all are staying hydrated, that you are, if you don't have AC or fans or anything like that in your home, that you please go to a cooling station, you go to your local library or wherever you can go, to family, friends. It doesn't even matter if it's your enemy. Go where you can get some cool air, because I don't want anybody having any issues. Earlier today, I'm going to say a friend, someone that I've come to know over the last couple of months, who's just an awesome person, funny as he can be, had a bit of an episode, and I do believe it was because of the heat. So Greg, if you're watching this video, just know that we love you so much. And not only, people panicked, but I was praying. Trust and believe that. One thing's for certain, two things for sure. I know that prayer changes things. So as I helped with getting ice around your neck and what have you, I had my left hand on you and I was praying the whole time for you. So just know that we love you. Take your time, and we can't wait to see you at work. Okay, now let's jump into today's topic, and I promise I will let you be, because when I first started this video, and I had to stop it, this is my fourth time getting started, because I had sweat all around my neck, all over my face, and that's just from coming outside, pulling trash cans around. And we have a winter storm advisory in effect, I believe, until 10 o'clock tonight. It is very, very, very cloudy right now, and it's quite breezy. However, you would think that with the breeze that I'm looking at, it would be a little cooler. Not really. So if you're out and about, like I said, just please make sure you stay hydrated. I am praying for the rain, because I'm praying that it will cool things off a little bit, because it has been extremely hot all week long. Actually, I'm gonna say since last week. And as I was looking at, the weather forecast, it is going to be up in the upper 90s through next week. Okay, so just know that it won't always be like this. All right, now let's jump into today's topic. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 4 people that you need to forgive. Now I know that is one F word that a lot of people have trouble with, and that's forgiving. So if you're serious about changing your life, here are 4 people that you need to forgive, especially if you want to learn how to live in the present. And notice what I said. If you want to learn how to live in the present, the right here and now, you've got to learn how to forgive these 4 people. Now, I'm not saying this is an end-all be-all list. It certainly is not. But if you want to live in the here and now, you need to forgive these people, because if not, you are not forgiving them based on something they did, or based on something they didn't do, or something they said or didn't say. And we want to live in the right here and now. So number 1, your parents. Living or dead, you have to forgive them for every mistake they ever made in bringing you up. You should be grateful to them for giving you life. And the reality is this: everybody cannot truly say that they love their parents. Let's just be very honest about that. They just can't. But you should be thankful, because of your mom and dad, you are here. So whatever it is that they did or didn't do, maybe the way they raised you, you would have preferred to have been raised differently. I don't know, and it doesn't matter. You need to forgive them, because I would be willing to bet, and many of you, I don't know your mothers or your fathers or whoever raised you, and that's really immaterial, but I would be willing to bet they did the best they could with what they had. Now, you might think differently, and I'm just making an assumption, but typically as parents, we raise our children the best way we can. Everybody did not grow up with the same knowledge of parenting. So they had to use what they had. So I want you right now to, in your heart, in your mind, in your soul, decide that you are going to forgive your parents, living or deceased. It doesn't matter. And I want you to say out of your mouth, Mom, Dad, or again, whoever raised you, I forgive you. I forgive you for, and you can even list whatever it is you're forgiving them for. But I don't want you to just say it because I'm asking you to say it. I want you to say it, and I want you to mean it. Because as long as you refuse to forgive them, you are living in the past. And guess what? The past is behind you. You can't change it even if you wanted to. So why keep living in the past? I'm going to share the story with you real quick and we're going to move on. It made me think of Joyce Meyer. If you know Joyce Meyer, then you know her story. Her father molested her. And for years, she hated that man. And of course, she went on to do what God called her to do, and that's to preach his word. And do you know that her father came to her asking not only for her forgiveness, but for her to baptize him, and she did. Can you imagine how hard that must have been for her to forgive this man who took your innocence away, this man that gave you life, that was supposed to love you and protect you, and took advantage of you? And here he is asking you to baptize him because he was ready to come to Christ, even after all that he had done. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it was not easy for her, but she knows God, and she knows that in order to be forgiven, you've got to learn to forgive. Come on now. Number 2, the people from your marriages or relationships that didn't work out. If you've ever had any relationship that did not work out, be it a spouse or just a significant other, I want you to forgive those people. Forgive them for what they did or what they didn't do. Because again, at the end of the day, you're not forgiving them is going to do what? Absolutely nothing. Because you can't fix it. You can't undo whatever it was that was done. So why hold on to that grudge? Let it go. Let it go and move on with your life. Because at the end of the day, I think I shared with you all before, if you're new to my channel, first of all, welcome and thank you for joining me. But if you're new to my channel, then I've shared before how I dated someone. And when I tell you I love this man with everything in me, I did. And he cheated on me, not once, but twice, okay? Twice. The second time he left me well, actually he broke up with me twice, but the second time he told me that the woman that he was cheating with, that she was everything that I wasn't. Wait a minute, let me be clear and be specific. He said, and I quote, she was more than I would ever be, or she was everything that I wasn't, or something similar to that. Do you know how hard that was? And for a long time, and I mean a long time, I could not forgive him. I would not forgive him. A couple of years went by. He called me out the blue. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Everything is great. What do you want? Well, I was hoping that we could go somewhere, sit down and grab something to eat and talk. For what? Talk about what? Well, Michelle, I miss you. I love you. I miss us. Oh, you do? Because you told me I know what it was. I said you told me that Monica was better than me in every way possible. So how could you possibly miss me when you found someone that's better than I am in every way possible, according to you? I know, and I'm sorry. I want to make it up to you. Can we please get back together? Because I do love you and I do miss you. What's that old saying? The first time, shame on you. The second time, shame on me. I like to say there will not be a third time. There will not be a third time. But even after that, it still took a long time for me to forgive him. And then one day I said to myself, Michelle, you know what? Every time you hear that name mentioned or he crosses your mind, and you get angry and you get upset. Why? What he did was not right. However, and because that man has gone on about his life, I'm pretty sure he is not thinking about you. So you need to let what happened go. Now, then I had to think, if I had broke up with him the first time, I would not have gone through the second time. But that's neither here nor there. I had to forgive him. And here's the other thing. When you forgive someone, you don't necessarily have to go to them and say, hey, I forgive you. All you do is, in your heart, in your mind, you say, Lord, I forgive, and then you fill in the blank, and you go on from there. You don't have to tell them anything. Forgive them for you. See, when you forgive people, it's not about them, it's about you. And immediately, when I forgave him, when I said, Lord, I forgive him, and I'm going to move on with my life, because I'm not going to continue to walk around feeling like crap because of him. Immediately, I felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. And that's what forgiveness will do. So I said all that to say that if you have somebody that you were in a relationship with and they hurt you in any way, shape, or form, sweetie, I want you to forgive them. Not for them, but for you. Forgive them for you, and then move on with the rest of your life. I promise you, you feel so much better. Number 3, everyone else in your life who has ever hurt you in any way, shape, or form. Clean the slate and forgive and forget. Again, you have got to forgive the people that have hurt you, tried to hurt you, tried to tear you down, tried to smear your name, lied on you, okay? It's not easy. Completely understand that. It is not easy. But if you don't forgive them, you're constantly living in the past, because your hatred is built around something that happened. Not that you're going through now, but that's something that has happened in the past. Let it go. God will deal with them. This is what I tell people all the time. I don't worry about doing the get back thing, because God can take care of any of my enemies far better than I ever could. So I don't have to sit around worrying about doing this get back thing. I say, Lord, I need you to handle it. I open my hands, I let it go, I free myself, and I put it in God's hands. And I know that in time, God will take care of that person and that situation. So not just ex-spouses, but everybody else that has ever hurt you, lied on you, said they were going to do something, they weren't there for you, whatever the case may be, honey, again, you're not forgiving them for them, but you're doing it for you. And last but not least, number 4, yourself. Stop carrying your past mistakes around with you. That was then, and this is now. Y'all, I cannot stress that enough. You have got to forgive yourself. Do you know there are so many people in this world that walk around every day and they are not able to forgive themselves for whatever it was that they did or didn't do? And that's a horrible place to be. That is a horrible place to be. But here's what I want you to understand. God has already forgiven you. And if God can forgive us, why can't we forgive ourselves? For some people, it makes them feel better by being hard on themselves, but it's not going to change that situation. So why walk around unable to forgive yourself? Honey, whatever it is I did or didn't do, I'm forgiving me. If I messed up in any way, shape, or form in any part of my life, honey, I forgive myself, and I'm moving on. Because holding on to grudges and being mad at myself is going to do what? Again, it's not going to change anything. It's not going to fix it. It's not going to make it better. You can't go and act like it didn't happen, because it did happen. Forgive yourself and move on. Like I said, if God can forgive you, and the person that you wronged or you hurt or you let down can forgive you, then you've got to learn to forgive yourself. Because at the end of the day, if you choose not to forgive yourself, you're only hurting you. You are only hurting you. So it is time that you forgive yourself for whatever that thing is. And I know somebody somewhere is saying, but Michelle, you don't understand. You don't understand what I did. You're right. I don't know your story. Nor do I need to know your story. But I do know that not forgiving yourself is not getting you anywhere. It's not making things any better. It's not fixing it. It's not going to make that thing go away. People are still going to think what they want to think, and they're going to say what they want to say about you. Let them do that. Forgive yourself. I always like to say, and I'm going to end with this, I always like to say, if nobody else in this world chooses to forgive you, don't let that one person be you. You should be able to forgive yourself even if nobody else chooses to. Life is too short to walk around not being able to forgive yourself. Having said that, you guys, I'm going to let you be so I can get my trash out, get myself cleaned up, and eat my dinner, sit down, relax, watch some television, and then call it a night, because tomorrow is another work day, y'all. We're getting closer to the weekend. Praise God for that. And having said all that, if you're new to watching my videos, I want to say welcome to my channel. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap that bell, because I don't want you to miss anything. I do car conversations every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So make sure you come back tomorrow, and I will have another motivational topic for you. And feel free to check out my vlog playlist or any of the other videos on my channel, on my channel, because my whole channel is really built around motivating others, encouraging others, speaking life into others. That is, I believe, my calling in life, and that's what I do. If this is not your first rodeo, I want to say welcome back. You know I miss you all when I don't get a chance to see you. As I stated when I opened up this video, if you have to go out, please make sure you stay hydrated, be careful, be safe, have loads of fun, but please be careful. But by all means, please be careful in that you are staying hydrated, and that means put the beer down. If you have to have a sweet tea, that's fine too, but make sure you wash down with some water, but preferably some nice cold water will do just great. And if you can, stay in the house. Stay in the house where it's nice and cool and or comfortable, and just relax, okay? Listen, y'all know the drill, and you certainly know the spiel. I love you to the moon and back, and there is nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, that you can ever do to change it, because I love you. I want nothing but the best for you. And I am determined to do all I can to help you succeed. I am determined to do all I can to speak life into you, to encourage you, to help you see the value in yourself. Because I have met people that did not see the value in them, but I could see the value in them. Even though I didn't really know them that well, I still see the value in everybody. So just know that you are worth it. And the best is truly yet to come for you. The best is yet to come for me. We will be successful. Love you all, and we'll talk again on Friday.